Who are you? Hey, who are you? Hey, who are you? Yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Who are ya? Who are ya? Who are ya? Who's that behind the
Today I'm going to be reading from Cock-a-Moo-Moo. Poor Cockerel had forgotten how to crow. When the sun came up in the morning, he took a deep breath and shouted, "Cock-a-moo-moo! That's not right," said the cows. "Only cows go moo." So he tried again. "Cock-a-quack-quack! That's not right," said the ducks. "Only ducks go quack." So he tried again. "Cock-a-oink-oink! That's not right," said the pigs. "Only pigs go oink."
Who are you? Hey.
Today we will be reading The Very Hungry Caterpillar. In the light of the moon, a little egg lay on a leaf. One Sunday morning, the warm sun came up and pop! Out of the egg came a tiny and very hungry caterpillar. He started to look for some food. On Monday, he ate through one apple, but he was still hungry. On Tuesday, he ate through 2 pears, but he was still hungry. On Wednesday, he ate through 3 plums, but he was still hungry.
Who are you? Hey.
So today I'm going to read The Other Day I Met a Bear. The other day I met a bear, out in the woods, away out there. He looked at me, I looked at him. He sized up me, I sized up him. He said to me, "Why don't you run? I see you don't have any gun." I said to him, "That's a good idea. Come on now, feet, get out of here." And so I ran away from there, but right behind me came that bear. "Help!" And then I saw ahead of me a great big tree. Oh, glory be! The lowest branch was 10 feet up. I'd have to jump and trust my luck.
Who are you? Hey.
Hello. Today I'm going to be reading a poem from Quentin the Squirrel. It's called Do Pens Go to Heaven by David Anderson. Do pens go to heaven when they run out of ink? What about thoughts when they no longer think? What about dreams after they've been dreamt? Sometimes a dream is heaven sent. Do batteries go to heaven when they finally run out? What about potatoes when they begin to sprout? Are all clothes cheered on their arrival, or is heaven the place where they get recycled? Do books go to heaven once they've been read? What about food and mouldy old bread? What about trains, planes and worn out shoes? Once in heaven, are they all brand new? Do mosquitoes go to heaven along with midges? What about toasters and battered old fridges? What about an itch after it's been scratched? Or really hard questions after they've been asked? Do fireworks go to heaven with a mighty boom? What about dustpans or worn out brooms? What about light bulbs when they no longer shine? Or do they guide you to heaven in a great big line?
Who are you? Hey.
you doing the animal bop. If you like to dance and sometimes sing, why don't you do the animal thing? High stepping knees and feathers that bounce, flim flam flutter on the ostrich flounce. Kick those legs like the donkeys do, then go hee-haw too. Wave one arm, stomp your feet, trudge along to the elephant beat. Move one leg, now move two, move the way that lizards do. The duck does a waddle, so swing your bottom to the quack quack beat. All the cow can do is chew, so let's end with a great big moo.
Who are you? Here.
I'm going to read you a little bit from Barbara Throws a Wobbler by Nadia Shireen. Barbara was in a very bad mood. I am not, she said, but she was. It had started in the morning because of a sock problem. And at lunchtime, there had been a strange pee. Then Barbara stepped on a crack, which she'd been trying very hard not to do. Things were going from bad to worse. Her friends were frolicking in the park. Hi Barbara, come and play. But Barbara didn't feel like a frolic. If you want to know what happens next, read on.
Who are you? Here.
Today we're going to be reading Spider. It's really lonely being a spider. I want to be a family pet. This family pet. I know. I'll show them what a great dancer I am. None of their pets can dance like me. Look at me. Watch me dance. Ah, Spider! Out you go! Oh dear, I know. I'll show them how clean I am. None of their pets are clean like me. Look at me! Watch me wash! Ah, Spider! Out you go! Oh dear, I know. I'll show them how easy I am to look after. None of their pets can feed themselves like I can. Look at me. Watch me eat.
Who are you? Here.
Hello children. Today I'm going to share with you Storm Dragon, a lovely poem. The storm dragon is stirring, aroused from cloud-wrapped dreams. His jagged teeth begin to grind, his claws uncurl, his limbs unwind, his ashen pupils gleam. The storm dragon is stirring, his wrath begins to rise. His mighty tail now starts to thrash, his fiery breath to flare and flash. There's menace in his eyes. The storm dragon is raging. He rakes his razor claws across the blanket of the sky.
to burn the timid clouds on high. All heavens hear him roar. The storm dragon is raging, the world's roof is ablaze. His fury shakes the strongest trees and punishes the helpless seas beneath his brutal gaze. The storm dragon is fading, exhausted from his blast. His rasping breath has no more spark as sunlight pushes through the dark. His rage is spent at last. The storm dragon is fading, collapsing in a heap as slumber takes the beast once more. At peace, just the finest snore, he falls to silent sleep.
Who are you? Here.
So today I'm going to be reading The Tiger Who Came to Tea. Once there was a little girl called Sophie, and she was having tea with her mummy in the kitchen. Suddenly there was a ring at the door. Sophie's mummy said, "I wonder who that can be. It can't be the milkman because he came this morning. And it can't be the boy from the grocer because this isn't the day he comes. And it can't be Daddy because he's got his keys. We'd better open the door and see." Sophie opened the door and there was a big, furry, stripy tiger. The tiger said, "Excuse me, but I'm very hungry. Do you think I could have some tea with you?" Sophie's mummy said, "Of course, come in."
Who are you? Here.
Now close by was another house. A big bad wolf lived there. His fridge was very empty and his cupboards were quite bare. The wolf had eaten all the food, that's why he was so big. "I fancy something else," he said, "and what I like is pig." He went to see his neighbour in his nice new house of straw, but the piggy saw him coming, ran inside and locked the door. Said Wolf, "If you don't let me in, then I shall huff and puff and blow your house down," which he did, and one puff was enough. The piggy just escaped in time and ran round to his brother, and when the wolf knocked on the door, they clung on to each other. They shouted, "Wolfie, go away!" He blew, they thought he might. Their house of sticks came tumbling down. The wolf snarled, "Serves you right." He chased the piggies down the lane and would have caught them, but their brother shouted, "In here quick!" and slammed the front door shut. "Now I've got you," laughed the wolf. "It won't take very long to blow this little house down too." But this time he was wrong. No matter how he huffed and puffed, the wolf just couldn't make the house fall down. The walls stood firm, they didn't even shake. "I don't give up that easily," the sly wolf growled. "Oh no, I'll climb onto the roof and down the chimney I shall go." "Coming to get you," called the wolf, "whether you're ready or not." He slithered down the chimney and landed in a pot, which was full of salty water, onions, carrots too. The piggies cheered, "Hip hip hooray, the wolf is in a stew." The end.
Who are you? Here.
Well, hello everyone. Here I am today to read one of the Funny Bones stories to you. This one is called The Ghost Train. Ooh. On a dark, dark hill, there is a dark, dark town. In the dark, dark town, there is a dark, dark street. Down the dark, dark street, there is a dark, dark station. And in the dark, dark station, there is a ghost train. One night, the big skeleton, the little skeleton, and the dog skeleton go for a ride on the ghost train. They leave the dark, dark cellar and walk down the dark, dark street. They peep in at a few windows along the way. How peaceful, says the big skeleton. How nice, the little skeleton says. At the station, they get their tickets from a monster and have them punched by another monster. How helpful, says the big skeleton. How kind, the little skeleton says. At midnight, the ghost train arrives. Do you believe in ghosts? Says the ghost. Yes, the skeletons say. Good, says the ghost. Climb aboard. If you want to hear what happens on the ghost train, you'll have to take this Funny Bones book from the library.
Who are you? Here.
Hi children, today I'm going to recite a little poem. There was an old lady with a tall pointed hat. She knocked on my door with a rat-a-tat-tat. I peered through the window to see who was there, and off on her broomstick she flew through the air.
Who are you?